everybody, welcome back. So today the video is going to be on this little bike that is so far past needing some love and attention, and I don't know that I've really ever done a video on it, so we're going to do one. What you are looking at is a 2015 Lifan Pony 100cc, and this bike is somewhat of a clone of a Honda Ape 100cc that was never sent to the United States. I think it was just a Japanese only bike. But in 2015 and 16 and maybe 17, Lifan sent these to the United States. Now, I believe they still make this bike. Still looks fairly similar to this bike. I believe you can buy a 2022 one of these. But in 2015, these were introduced, and there was all kind of buzz, on the internet, the different forums and Facebook pages and those sorts of things, and everybody was chit-chatting about them. And they were advertised at $1,100 brand new, $1,099, and that's what I paid for this bike. And if I'm not mistaken, it's been a while since I've looked at it. I got to put the kickstand back down so it doesn't fall over on me. Let's pull this back so we can turn the handlebar. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this was bike number 3. I bought the, I gotta turn, sorry for the, will you sit there? Yeah. Yes. I don't know if you can see that, but this was the 3rd Lifan Pony 100cc produced. And so, like I said, there was buzz on the internet. No one would pull the trigger to buy one. Everybody was curious, and Mikey, being Mikey, said, "Oh, what the hell? I'll do it." So I bought one. I was one of the first ones. Obviously, if I've got bike number 3, I was the first ones to buy it, and it's a neat little bike. Now, I do have some regrets. When I got this thing brand spanking new, the tank was white, and it had the ugliest graphics you can even imagine. You should probably go Google Lifan Pony 100cc and see if you can find a picture of a 2015 Lifan Pony. They called it the Street Fighter, and it had this Japanese-based, lettering type thing, and then it, graphics, and it said Street Fighter on it. I think where I've got my company logo here, I think it said Lifan on it or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. And I kind of regret pulling those off. I should have left it, especially with it being bike number 3. I should have left it the way it was, but it was, at the time, it was just so ugly. I had a really hard time riding it around town with the graphics and the things, so I pulled them off and I painted it red. Other than that, it's pretty much bone stock. I always wanted to, get rid of this rear fender. It's got this fake looking tail light thing here. You've got a reflector here, then you finally got the tail light, and then all this garb. But man, this bike is, look how dirty it is. Let's see if the battery's got any charge at all. I put a battery in this when I got it in September of 2015, and this is still the battery that's been in it ever since. Well, it's got enough juice to turn the speedometer on. The speedometer runs through this series of thing. It's got 275 miles on it. And I think my top speed has been somewhere around 55, 56 mile an hour on it. What's it got? 12-inch tires. I gotta find some place where it tells me. Yeah, it's underneath. Hang on just a second. Let's see if I can see it up here somewhere. Yeah, 120, 80, 12s. There it is. Anyway, it has probably got the same fuel in it that I put in it 7 or 8 years ago. I rode it, you know, for a while. I tried to start it about a year ago, and it did start, but it obviously the carburetor, I couldn't get the runoff choke, if I'm not mistaken. I know the battery won't turn it over. Takes the key to open up the tank. That tank might sound empty now. Yeah, there's not much in it now. I don't think I'm going to waste my time putting fuel in it yet. Let's let it cycle. Which one is the start? This one? Yeah, no, it does not have enough oomph to even do anything with the starter. It's got an on-off switch, so let's make sure it's on. Started really easy for I think we're going to pull the carburetor off of it and get this bike back up and running. Got neutral indicator, like I said, digital speedometer, turn signals. Yeah, front, rear. It's even got hazard lights. Nope, will not run off a choke. But this thing even has a hazard lights to get all 4 flashers flashing at one time. So anyway, kind of a neat little bike. Got a mono shock. It rides really, really nice. So I want to get it back up and running, maybe use it this summer. So I'm going to set you guys in a stand and we're going to pull that carb off of there and see if we can't clean that and get it to run a little bit better. Before I pull the carburetor off of it, one of the things I want to do is get a charger on the battery, see if we can save that battery. And if I remember right, I know the battery's under the seat. And when I bought this thing new, it came with a tool kit. But I don't know where you put the tool kit because it takes tools to get the seat off and the side cases off. So I don't know where you would actually put the tool kit. I never found a spot to put it. So it doesn't have one on it. Oh, that's tighter than I thought it was going to be. But I think to get the seat off, if I remember right, maybe I just have to take these out. Maybe I don't have to take the... I can see that the seat comes down and has a catch right there. Will that get the seat off? No, my recollection was you had to take this rear hoop off also. So let me But it's a 4-speed manual. I believe it's all 4 are down. Oh, I see, yeah. The reason you gotta take this loose is because the little thing on the seat actually goes around those posts. Oh, my seat has stuck to the paint. There we go. All right. That's the first time that seat's been off of there since September of 2015 when I got the bike. I wonder what that plug is. It's just, is it a fuse? I bet that's a fuse. Okay. It's got the same CDI that we use on the other Lifans. Exact same CDI. Huh. But you know what? It doesn't take tools to take those side cases off. I thought it did. There's still no place to put a, oh yeah, it takes a wrench right there to get that one off. But I still don't see where you would have put the tool kit. Anyway. All right, I'm gonna get a battery charger and get put a charger on this battery and see if we can save that at all. And then we'll start taking off that carburetor. Went ahead and took just to speed it up, took the 2 bolts that hold the carburetor onto the intake. This is probably some kind of emissions thing. I unscrewed, loosened that up too to get that off. I didn't take the fuel line off. I don't think I turned the fuel off yet. Take that out. Actually, I wonder if it needs to go out the other side. No, I just got the fuel lines got me messed up here. Hang on a second. Wonder which way is off. Let's go with that. Maybe that's off. Come on over there. Get a pair of pliers like Musty One has for taking off fuel lines. You guys ever seen those? Those are cool little pliers he's got. Kind of grips a fuel line. There we go. I'm just curious. Yeah, that's either off or that must be on. That must be reserved. See, there's a little bit of fuel left in that tank because it's spitting it out. All right, let's take this around and spin you guys around. What do we need? Oh, no. This is one of those non-serviceable carburetors. Look, there's no... The bowl is held on by threads, but look at that. No kind of, can't put a screwdriver in that. I'm gonna have to shut you down and figure out a way to get those out of there since they don't protrude out. I can't put a slot in them. Let me see if I can figure out how to get that bowl off of there. All right, so here's what I'm attempting to do. I've drilled, it's not really focused. I've taken a drill and I've tried to drill out the little flat spot. I'm just trying to drill enough to get rid of the head of it so that then the bowl will slide off. So I'm hoping that there's enough meat right here that once I get down to just the threaded stud that it'll pull off of it. So I'm gonna go drill the other one out and then we'll see if we can't pop that off of there. So I've got them both drilled. I don't know if I have them far enough yet. Obviously, I'm trying not to go too far, but I don't think I have them far enough yet. I don't want to tear, obviously don't want to tear this up. No, I don't think I'm quite deep enough yet to get them off of there. So what the hope is once I pull the bowl off, I'm hoping that there's still enough, because of the thickness here, I'm hoping there's still a little bit of a stud sticking up that then I can then take and screw those out. This one looks like it's deep enough, but it might not move if the other one's not. All right, I'm gonna take it in on the vise. See if I can't clamp it, drill it a little bit deeper, and maybe pop that off of there. All right, I think I got it to crack open a little bit. I have not pulled it all the way off, but I think I got it to move enough that maybe we're on the right path. I'm thinking a little bit more. I can start to see it now. I've got one side. I'm off center a little bit on this one. Oh, jam yourself right in the finger. That's never fun. Obviously, I don't want to try not to tear it up. Well, oh, wait a minute. There, that one popped. Oh, that might not have been good. Did I pop the threads out of the... My threaded bolt doesn't look like it's in there square. That's not good. All right, I'm gonna go, well, what the hell. There it is. Yeah, so see, I pulled the threads right out of it because I didn't get enough. So we may have to re-tap those or put a longer... Hell, everything's just falling out. Where'd the needle go? There it is. We got to put this back together. We may have to figure out a way to rethread that or... All right, well, now we've got it apart. Let's take some jets out. I imagine this one, the main, is probably clean. Yeah, that one's such a big hole it hardly ever gets plugged. It's this idle one right here that... causes you trouble. It's such a small hole down through the middle of it. Yeah. Between poor eyesight and maybe being clogged, I'm not seeing anything. So let me get a little piece of wire, see if I can't run through that. Get that cleaned out, and we'll check out everything else and then probably put it back together. All right, so I've got it all back together, and I think the threads were, unharmed enough that I was able to get the screws in it and snug them up, and it feels pretty good. I robbed a couple screws out of an old carburetor I had. You ever seen myself or somebody else on YouTube, and they take a screwdriver and they take all the screws out, and then they take a screwdriver and pop that? Well, I did that on this carburetor, and as you can see, I don't know if the fuel ate enough made it weak or what, but when I hit it with a screwdriver, it just broke the little pot metal aluminum bowl right off. So we robbed a couple screws out of that, and we seem to be in pretty good shape. The other thing I'm going to do before I put it on the bike, these come with a plug, this little black plastic plug right here that's above the air screw, the mixture screw, and they do that so that you can't adjust it, like for California emissions and those sorts of things. And I've never had to touch it before, obviously, since it's still in there. That pick's not worth a crap, maybe. But I think now that while I've got it off of the bike, I'm gonna pick that out of there. Oop, there it popped me right in the face. And all this is a little plastic plug, and then now we can stick a screwdriver in there to make adjustments if we need to the mixture screw. So, and then that's your idle adjustment screw, adjust your slide up and down. So, all right, I'm not gonna film it, but I'm gonna throw this back on the bike, and let's see if it will now idle with the choke off and do the things it's supposed to do. I think I've got it mostly buttoned to back up. Throw that on. Okay. I didn't let the battery charge enough. Back you up because I'm sure when I let that down, it'll go out of screen. Alright, turn some fuel on. I need to adjust the idle up a little bit. Which is kind of a bear to get to because it's on the other side. Yeah, turn it. Let's take it for a ride. I might have idled it up too much. Oh well. We got to get it out here to the door. Yeah, it's warming up now, and I sped the idle up too much. I'm gonna go back, get my screwdriver, and I'm gonna idle it back down. I should have let it warm up more. Yeah, much better. Back to its old self again. It's geared so high to get highway, to get road speeds. It's not a wheeling machine at all. Oh shoot, I forget that it's all down. Oh my God, turn signal on? Yeah. Anyway, guys, thanks for following along. It's a fun little bike. Disc brakes, front and rear. It's got the high fender, the meteor tires. I think I'm gonna continue to clean this up and go ahead and put plates on it for the summer and use it to run around with. Thanks for following along. See you on the next video.